thank you to EA and the Creator Network for providing me the early access of this pack. Appreciate it. And what I decided to do with that pack immediately was woohoo bed and breakfast, obviously. Let's see how it happens. So obviously the first thing that's necessary in a woohoo themed bar is a heart-shaped pool, even if it's just for lounging and looking seductive. But I could not figure this out. For some reason, this took so much brain power, and lipstick! I've literally done a heart-shaped shell in the past. I don't know what was going on here. And for some reason, the solution was just switching to a bigger lot, apparently. So I did that, and of course I still couldn't do it. Apparently the trick is turning it diagonally. Yeah. So then I wanted the vibe to be like bed and breakfast that also looked like a motel from the outside, but then it was also a penthouse. And I wanted it to be modern, but I also wanted to mix it with the traditional architecture stuff that comes in the new pack. And apparently the form of that is an L-shaped building because L stands for love. Real quick, I became Hacker Man because this version of The Sims doesn't have better build by, so you know, it's like the ancient times. Please, sir, can I have a testing cheats true? This hot tub was fighting with me, so I fought back by giving in and just moving it out of the way. And let me tell you, a new iron spandrel is always something to celebrate when we get a new pack. And with a matching iron fence, piffed, unheard of. Also columns. Because if you're like me, you also put 175 columns per build, so, you know, that's always something to yell about. Before doing any more on the outside, I decided to shave out the size of the bedrooms, the main part of this build. Don Lothario spends hundreds here. So let me tell you the concept, okay? So the concept here is that it's a obnoxiously tacky, like, sexy bed and breakfast that also functions as like a bar. You know, not everyone wants to bed and breakfast, and sometimes you just want one or the other. I picture it in like a Las Vegas spontaneous love and courage type situation, and most Sims players I see love drama, so this will offer that. And oh my god, upstairs I added the base game clear fence, also known as glass, apparently. I don't know why I didn't say that first time. And to delete the poles because they were not going with my vision, all you need to do is attach a fence to them on either side, and then they'll just go away, which is great because they're not welcome here. And then you just delete the fences and they stay that way. It's a little life hack for you. You'd think with the confidence that I'm placing these windows that I keep them in this build, but I don't. Like, for some reason those windows were just giving me convenience store, so they had to go. I use shrubs to cover up the roof of the hot tub because the only base game hot tub has a roof. God, the attention these windows are receiving. Now, if you've seen the objects in this pack and you're like, wow, nothing really excites me, let me put you on the round bar. The only other one that we have is in Journey to Batu, and the general consensus on Journey to Batu is that Simmers don't love it. One could say, perhaps. I remember when that pack came out and everybody was trying to add it to their Let's Plays in natural ways. Because if you don't do a cult gameplay, there's kind of a lot to take in there. And it's not like the immersion is great either, because literally when you get Batu, your neighbor calls and is like, hey, have you thought about going to Batu? You could use your cell phone to organize a trip there. And it's like, thanks, Nancy Landgrab. I didn't know you were into that. The windows got what's coming to them. I replaced them with these base game ones that seemed like they were leftovers from the Mosquito pack, but that's okay. They're still like my favorite base game window. I added a lounge to the rooftop because what woohoo bed and breakfast doesn't need that, including a piano so that, you know, the fairy godmother can come here and perform Holding Out for a Hero. Like, come on. Prince Charming said take 5 and fairy godmother heard change lives. I did this little roof situation that my friend Juby taught me. We'd be here for a long time if I listed all the things that Juby taught me. Because everybody knows that LED strips that are red means something spicy's going on. Or I guess you just like the color red. I did a bunch of these lights from base game to make it seem like they're strip lights. I made a sim move in here temporarily so that I could actually make the lights red. Okay, anyways. And because the sim was now living here, every single item made a little cash register noise. So, promptly stopped that one. Then I started adding the dirty details, like robes. That's obscene. Everything in this build is either red or black, I swear. Because apparently my mind, that just gives off, like, you know, woohoo vibes. Because when I was a child playing The Sims 3, the first thing I always did was make a blonde woman with red highlights in her hair, wear red and black leather, woohoo with every man in the neighborhood, and then lock them in a box with glass walls. You know, as one does. Now, the bar area is where the woohoo fantasy starts to come to life. I picture moody jazz, old black and white romance films playing on the TV, the bartender making casual conversation. But is it really casual? He has a look in his eye. The lore is already there to be written. I use these debug bottles from base game because apparently even though there's 3 barbacks in this pack, that just wasn't enough for me. And like, come on, the Sims team was asking for this to be made if they gave us a pack with 3 barbacks. 3 barbacks? That's like more than we have in the whole game already. Now this lip couch was the first thing I noticed because I had a conversion from Sims 2 to Sims 4 of this as CC for like ever. And when I tell you I put it everywhere, I put it everywhere. I put the square on the floor where if you have one of the packs that has a dance floor, you can put it there. I added more lights so that there would be more red ambiance. I don't know why I keep using this voice. The bedrooms upstairs have hardwood. Sorry. I shouldn't have done this build. I have the humor of a 12-year-old. The 2 bedrooms upstairs are like 2 different themes. So this one is like purpley and pinky and more like romantic. There's candles. I can imagine flower petals over the bed. Okay, the way I'm moving my hands right now is terrible. You can't see it, but just know it looks like this. I added more of these lip couches because like maybe they had a 2-for-1 deal at the Sims store. And then mirrors in front of the bed because we can't put them on the ceiling yet. And like this pack comes with a full wall mirror. They knew what they were doing. My Sim judged me for a sec. And then I went to do the second room, which is more devilish, one may say. I used this object that could turn any bed into a 4 poster, which literally made me so excited. I added this TV viewing spot for 2. And as a final touch, I cluttered the nightstand. You know, just cluttering the nightstand. And here's the final build. If you ask me, it did come out kind of spicy. One may do the devil's tango in here. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you want to watch another build video, consider this one. I hope to see you in another video, and if that's the case, I'll see you then. Bye!